Brexit trade deal. The end game. Deal or no deal. This is a dog called Dave. And I'm Dave Vizsla. Hello. As the Brexit trade talks go into extra time, the EU and the UK are taking the negotiations to the wire. The deadline for their conclusion was set for Sunday the 13th of December 2020. But then, following reports that negotiations had continued overnight on Saturday and further discussions on Sunday, the negotiators reported their agreement to extending the talks. But no new deadline was set. All this has happened after the Prime Minister Boris Johnson had all but conceded that the UK would leave without a deal.
So I've got to tell you that from where I stand now, here in Blythe, it's looking, very, very likely that we'll have to go for a solution that I think would be, wonderful for the UK. We'd be able to do exactly what we want from January the 1st. Obviously, it would be different from what we'd set out to achieve, but I've no doubt that this country can get ready and, as I say, come out on world trade terms.
There's certainly a lot going on in that clip. Although Johnson makes an attempt to be his usual bombastic and ebullient self, he doesn't appear to be as self-assured and confident as we're used to seeing him. In the face of the lack of progress with the talks, he was clearly struggling to find words to put a positive spin on it, and which would avoid him having to say, no deal. Johnson's assertion that in the event of a no deal the UK will be able to do whatever it likes, doesn't make a lot of sense. It's as if he believes that the UK can throw its weight around and get whatever it wants. But he's ignoring a lesson from the current EU trade talks, which is that reaching an agreement isn't as simple as merely saying, I want. Doing what you like can only happen if it is also what any potential trading partner agrees to. It's all a far cry from the promises that were made in the lead-up to the general election in December 2019. The country was told that Johnson with the Conservative Party had a deal that was ready to go, and that it'd be up and running by January 31st. His famous, oven-ready deal.
We have a plan to do it, we have a deal, we Conservatives I should say, we have an agreement that is ready to go, it is oven-ready. Whack it in, gas Mark IV, I'm not a great cook, but you know what I mean, it's there, it's ready to go, take it out, after Christmas, it's done, we can leave on January the 31st.
Now, in the light of a potential no-deal trade deal, the Conservative Party is attempting to rewrite history by putting a whole new spin on the idea of Johnson's oven-ready deal. In an interview on ITV's Good Morning Britain, James cleverly attempted to convince presenter Piers Morgan that what Johnson was referring to was the withdrawal agreement and not the trade deal.
The Prime Minister was absolutely clear. You've got to remember, we'd spent a year rowing about the withdrawal agreement, having big rows in Parliament within the Conservative Party. The Prime Minister made it clear that every single Conservative candidate at the 2019 general election would subscribe to the withdrawal agreement, and that was the oven-ready deal that he was talking about.
So it never involved trade. Just to be clear, when you talked about withdrawing from the European Union, it never crossed any of your minds when the Prime Minister said oven-ready deal that would include a trade arrangement. Nothing. That was completely irrelevant.
It was absolutely clear, and you can go and look back at the tapes if you want. It was absolutely clear, unambiguous, that he was talking about the withdrawal agreement, and he did indeed, once he secured the working majority that we needed, he did indeed get that.
In the public perception, cleverly is wrong. When a member of Johnson's audience asked a question about trade, his reply said nothing about the withdrawal agreement nor anything to dissuade anyone from believing that he was not talking about a trade deal. Take a look.
Your analogy of gas Mark IV, it's going to take a while. I am a cook, so I can tell you need to be on gas Mark VIII. My point being is that we've got deals with other countries that took a long time. How confident are you of getting a deal that is good in a short period of time so that we can move on? Because this level of uncertainty is causing a lack of investment.
Well, thank you very much. And the whole point about the deal that we have got is it is literally ready to go. And every one of the 635 Conservative candidates standing at this election has signed up to that deal. It means we come out of the EU, we're able to do all the things that people were promised in the run-up to that referendum in 2016. I'm talking just now about the overdue public procurement rules. We'd be able to do things differently so as to ensure that, for instance, manufacturing of wind farms and wind technology took place here in this country. We'd be able to ensure that great deals came to this part of the world. There are all sorts of things that you can do. to say nothing of free ports, that we'd be able to do free trade deals, cutting VAT on tampons, and that deal is ready to go. It needs no further negotiation. You get us back, as I say, put it in the oven, whatever, gas mark 8, but it's done by January. It's pretty crispy by January, but it'll be done.